Welcome to the Here's My Story channel. I'm Erica. Something pretty bad went down at school last week. I caught my friend Yasmin taking something from another student's bag. At first, I thought maybe she had permission. Though I hesitated to trust my own eyes, it became clear that she was busy hiding away stolen money. And then she turned and saw me standing there. Erica, you've been here the whole time? Yeah, I came back for my gloves. What's up? I didn't want her to lie, but I also didn't want to hear the truth. Erica, I'm aware of how this appears. You saw me take money from Bruce's backpack. My gloves? Can I trust you? Of course. I'll tell you everything, but it stays between us. Feeling cornered, I reluctantly agreed. I had to borrow money from Bruce because I owe Mary from 8th grade. She said she'd get really mad if I didn't pay her back. Did you know that Mary had to leave her old school for being unkind to a girl, filming it and sharing it on the internet? No. Erica, I'm fully aware of how terrible this is. I had no other choice. Yasmin, why not confide in your parents or consult the guidance counselor? I'll back you up. That way you won't have to turn to theft. I can't. Why not? Because they'll question why I took a loan from Mary. What did you do with the money? Remember those sunglasses I've been eyeing? The ones you've been longing for? Yes, those sunglasses. I visited the store to try them on and capture some selfies. As I tested the other pairs and leaned against a sofa, I heard a disheartening crack. I'd absent-mindedly left another pair on that sofa. The shopkeeper, surprisingly, wasn't mad. Though part of me wished he were, he gave me the invoice with a 2-day payment deadline. I refused to cry there. I found myself unable to head home until the evening due to being overwhelmed by tears. As Yasmin spoke, she was visibly shaking. I realized that swiftly passing judgment on her actions was undeniably unfair and premature. Erica, I can't bring myself to tell my family. The cost of those sunglasses is nearly half our rent. I was forced to borrow from Mary, and despite the passing months, I haven't managed a single payment. Yasmin, my heart goes out to you for what you've endured. Are you planning to inform the teachers or Bruce? If so, I'll immediately return the money. This was a difficult moment. Perhaps Bruce also needed the money, but ultimately, Yasmin was my closest friend. And she faced the greatest risk. Yasmin, I'll turn a blind eye this time, but you need to settle your debt. If you can't, you have to come clean to the guidance counselor. Yasmin hugged me. Thank you, Erica. I'll immediately take steps to repay the debt. The following day, our guidance counselor unexpectedly walked into our math class. The teacher said, "Students, one of your classmates has reported losing a significant sum of money. They claim to have had it until the last break. However, it was missing after school." Goosebumps crept over my skin, as if I had been the thief. I felt compelled to glance at Yasmin. She appeared to listen intently, neither startled nor detached. She remained remarkably composed. The teacher made no accusations, but urged caution from us all. Once class ended, I dashed over to Yasmin. Relax, Erica, it's fine. No one got accused. Yasmin, what's your plan to return the money? I can't repay all the money at once. That would take too long. I'll pay it back gradually. Currently, I've got $40. Today, I'll tuck it into Bruce's bag to make him think he missed it. However, I need a favor from you. Can you keep this money safe? I consented to keep the money, hoping to save Yasmin from more problems. What's the worst that could happen? If caught, I'd simply claim the money wasn't mine. Nothing morally ambiguous there, until Yasmin had another favor to ask. Erica, something terrible has happened. The guidance counselor called me into her office and started asking me very strange and specific questions about Bruce's missing money. Yasmin, you should have talked to her. The cash needs to go back in his bag now. You want me as a lookout? I'll watch out myself. What? That's not happening. No one would be suspicious of you. Even if they saw you, Erica, you could say you were looking for your own backpack. They're already on to me. Maybe they even know that I owe Mary. It's not too hard to put together the pieces, she said, and started crying. You're my only friend, and you're more mature than everyone else. You've been so kind to me. One last favor, and I promise, it ends here. Her words struck a chord. In that moment, I felt like I had to do something. My gut told me to help her. So I went for it. Backpacks were heaped in the gym. I noticed Bruce's backpack right away. Yasmin waited by the door. My heart was pounding. My feet wouldn't move, but I knew moving fast was the only way to chill out. I hastened to the backpack, aiming to unzip it. My hands fumbled. At last, I managed to unzip one. The moment I was set to replace the money, footsteps echoed. The guidance counselor stared at me, catching me with the $40 and Bruce's backpack. What followed was worse. She wasn't shouting, yet her face was void of emotion. I swear, I was merely putting it back. I stammered. I spoke from a fear of being accused of theft, but the way it looked, it seemed like I was returning stolen money. Whose bag is this, Erica? It's Bruce's, ma'am. Is this Bruce's money? I never thought of betraying Yasmin. Snitching would be awful. I was utterly lost. Yes, well, no. As the teacher guided me to her office, I sought Yasmin, hoping she'd save me. I spotted her in the corridor. She whispered to some girls, clearly talking about me, as they glanced my way. Summoning my courage, I said, "Yasmin, you need to come here." The teacher looked shocked. What do you guess Yasmin did? She acted like she didn't know what I meant, then turned and left. Then I began to cry, standing beside the teacher. I told her it all. I doubted she'd believe me. However, a surprising twist occurred. The teacher summoned Yasmin, and we both confronted each other. I spilled the beans about Yasmin's shattered shades to Mary. Yasmin retaliated, saying I fabricated it all. "She lies, ma'am." The instructor summoned Mary from the 8th grade. I hardly knew Mary, often posturing as a tough girl. Now she seemed a forlorn pup before the teacher. She was near to tears. "Is it factual, Mary, that you loaned some cash to Yasmin? If you deceive, understand that it equates to you lending funds and issuing threats. If you cross the disciplinary board one more time, you may even get probation."
Yasmin is a close ally of mine. She conveyed her family was facing hardships. I can't face another detention. My family would disown me.
Mary, if you speak honestly, I assure you, any action you took remains between us alone.
After Yasmin borrowed money from me, I saw her photo online. She got expensive shades and posted a pic wearing them. The next day, I asked if my cash bought those shades. She said yes. I told her to pay me back or else. So, yeah, I kinda threatened her. "Ma'am, it's false. I didn't seize any funds, nor did I buy shades. They're both dishonest."
When the educator retrieved her phone and stated, "Show that image," Yasmin found no escape route. It appears the instructor had observed us earlier when Yasmin was handing me the funds. Luckily, I possessed solid proof asserting I wasn't the culprit. Seemingly, Mary intimidated Yasmin because she lied. Yasmin had borrowed money to buy the sunglasses she coveted, not because she broke them. Naturally, both Mary and I faced repercussions, as we too were guilty. Yet, it beats having the label of a thief. Nonetheless, the instructor stressed that remaining mute post-witnessing a crime or abetting the offender matches the criminality of the act itself. When I described Yasmin's seeming despair and helplessness, she called it manipulation. Yasmin boosted my morale by labeling me mature, coaxing me to yield to her desires. Labeling it manipulation, that was exactly the same as making herself seem desperate.